No, Cleo.
Okay.
We're in the clear for today. Today we're in the clear. Tomorrow afternoon is when the threat returns. So at least we have, tomorrow morning still. But here's the thing. It's not going to be for everyone. You can go all day tomorrow and not see any rain at all.
Depending on where you live.
It's just depending on where you live. So let me go ahead and show you where those threats are. We have an enhanced risk for severe weather. That's a level 3 out of 5 for areas to the northeast of DFW. Now for the Metroplex, we're looking at a slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 for the likelihood of strong to severe storms. The main concern for tomorrow afternoon and evening will be the potential for large hail and strong winds. Here's the timeline for that. This is Wednesday, 7 in the morning. We see the cloud cover to start. It's going to feel humid. It's going to be warm. As a dry line approaches North Texas, remember a dry line is what separates dry air from West Texas with the humid air that's in North Texas. Where that dry line lines up, in the peak heat of the day is where we're going to see the isolated thunderstorm pop up. So this is around 4 in the afternoon. We'll see that activity start. Between 4 and 6, coverage is going to expand a little bit more. Between 6 to 8, we'll continue to see those storms. And look at where they're at. They're mostly to the northeast where the risk is highest. And again, 20% coverage for North Texas. That means 80% of the area won't see any rain at all. So this is now between 8 and 10, 11, 12. Those storms start to dissipate as soon as the sun starts to set. At that point, we have a cold front moving in. So a cold front is going to move in from Wednesday into Thursday, and that front will be responsible for additional thunderstorm activity on Thursday. On Thursday morning, we could see a couple of thunderstorms popping up, but Thursday during the afternoon hours, we'll still have some pretty unstable air, and another little disturbance rolls through, and that's when we could see some additional activity. Look at this. In the afternoon and evening. This is around 6 in the evening. We could see another round of showers and storms, and that kind of expands to include more of East Texas by that point by late Thursday. If you are in the western half of North Texas, chances are you're not going to see much in the way of rain at all. In fact, on Thursday, only 30% coverage. And as far as the threat on Thursday, that's mainly going to be to the south. So DFW in that marginal level 1 risk, but to the south, including Ellis, southern Kaufman County, Navarro County, towards the southeast, that's where we have a slight risk for severe weather. And that continues for southeast Texas. Now, at this point, if you happen to see a storm that has heavy rainfall, we're then going to be worried about the potential for flooding, just because we do have really saturated soils. But for the most part, we're not picking up a lot of rain, less than 1/10 of an inch between now and Sunday. Right now, beautiful blue sky, 84 degrees. From our DBU camera, 85 at DFW with a northwest wind at about 5 to 10. That northwest wind helping bring in drier air. Our pollen count, oak grass at a moderate. So if you're spending any time outside today, that's something to consider. There's a look at where that front is. That front that I told you about at the top of the hour is what's responsible for bringing us lower humidity. So temperatures ahead of the front are in the mid to low 80s, a few upper 70s behind the front. It's not going to bring us much in the way of cooler air just yet. The dew points, though, that's where we're going to see a big difference. It's a measure of moisture. The higher the number is, the more moisture is in the air. The lower the number is, like what we see here in the 30s and 40s, that's dry air. And that dry air is going to briefly be in North Texas for this afternoon, so it'll feel a little bit more comfortable out. High temperature of 88 degrees in Dallas and in Fort Worth, 86 for Denton and in McKinney. Look at tomorrow, another warm day ahead, 90 degrees expected on Wednesday. But the heat index will be in the upper 90s thanks to that humidity making a comeback tonight into tomorrow. Temperatures are going to drop into the 70s thanks to that front. The front brings in some storms on Thursday, but also cooler weather into the upper 70s to round out the week. And this weekend not looking too bad with a high near 80 for Mother's Day. We'll be back.